Hi, in this video training of HTML, we will be looking at HTML headings and paragraphs. HTML headings are titles or subtitles that you want to display on a web page. HTML headings are defined with the h1 to h6 tags. h1 defines the most important heading, h6 defines the least important heading. You can see that h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6 have the starting tag and the ending tag. Browsers automatically add some white space, a margin before and after a heading. Let's see how these headings behave. Let's create a project file, HTML headings and paragraphs .html. Let's say h1, h2, 3, h4, h5 and h6, and say heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 and heading 6. Let's save the file and let's see this in the browser. Headings and paragraphs. Okay, you can see we have the h1, h2, h3, h4, h5 and h6 tags as headings, and you can see these in the source as well. So that's how we use headings in HTML. Headings are important. Search engines use the headings to index the structure and content of your web pages. Users often skim a page by its headings. It is important to use headings to show the document structure. H1 headings should be used for main headings, followed by H2 headings, then the less important h3 and so on. Use HTML headings for headings only. Don't use headings to make text big or bold. Bigger headings. Each HTML heading has a default size. However, you can specify the size of any heading with the style attribute using the CSS font size property. For example, we can give this h1 heading a style attribute and set the font size to 60 pixels to make it bigger. Let's go to the browser, refresh the page again. You see we have the heading 1 more bigger than before. This is because of the font size property that we used in this code. Next is HTML paragraphs. A paragraph always starts on a new line and is usually a block of text. The HTML element defines a paragraph. A paragraph always starts on a new line, and browsers automatically add some white space, a margin before and after a paragraph. You can see we have an example of paragraphs below. This is a paragraph and this is another paragraph. Let's see this in our code. Let's define, okay, let's keep this heading, and this is a paragraph, and this is another paragraph. Okay, you can comment this out for now. Save the file, back to the browser. You see we have two paragraphs. This is a paragraph and then we have this is another paragraph. An important note about HTML display is you cannot be sure how HTML will be displayed. Large or small screens and resized windows will create different results. With HTML, you cannot change the display by adding extra spaces or extra lines in your HTML code. The browser will automatically remove any extra spaces and lines when the page is displayed. The HTML paragraphs, if you even add line breaks or spaces within the paragraph tag, the browser will ignore these extra lines or the line breaks. Let's see what does that mean. Okay, let's comment this out. Let's create a paragraph and let's say the orange fox jumped over the fence. As you can see, I have placed this paragraph tag and added a sentence, and I added line breaks, 2 line breaks, to make it in 3 lines. So let's see how browser displays this. You see the browser ignored the line breaks, or even if I add lot of spaces between the words, they won't matter. The browser will ignore them. So that's how the paragraph tag behaves. Okay, the next topic is HTML horizontal rules. The HR tag defines a thematic break in an HTML page and is most often displayed as a horizontal rule. The HR element is used to separate content or define a change in an HTML page. For example, you want some division between your content, and you want the user to know that there are 2 different topics, so user can easily discriminate between them. For example, you say first topic, and then you have the HR tag, and then you have 2 second heading and the second topic. Okay, save this file, go back to the browser. You see we have a line, horizontal line between the 2 headings and paragraphs. The HR tag is an empty tag, which means that it has no end. The next one is HTML line breaks. The HTML BR element defines a line break. Use BR if you want a line break, a new line without starting a new paragraph. For example, in the previous example that I gave you, like this one, you saw that the browser ignored the spaces and the line breaks that we have in our code. But if you really want the browser to keep in view the line breaks, you need the BR tag. Back to the browser, you see the browser has added the line breaks now because of the BR tag. The BR tag is an empty tag, which means that it has no end tag. Now let's look at the poem problem. You can see here that we have line breaks and we have horizontal spaces between the lines. So what is the solution for this? Let's do this in the same for our current problem. The solution is the PRE tag. The HTML PR element defines pre-formatted text. The text inside a pre-element is displayed in a fixed width font, usually Courier, and it preserves both spaces and line breaks. So let's see if I change this paragraph element to the pre-element and we go back to the browser, load the page again. You see we have now what is exactly in the code. We remove these, okay, and save the file. You see, now we have what we have in the code. So the pre-tag preserved what I typed in my source HTML. So this video training was about HTML headings, HTML paragraphs, horizontal rules, break element and the pre-element. I hope you liked this video and understood these concepts. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe my channel. See you next time with a new topic in HTML. Till then, bye.